Hello out there, all of my fellow unfortunate targeted individuals. I'm making this transmission here and I'm going to title it Bullshit. I've been watching some George Carlin. I really like him. He definitely has had a different take on everything. He's very perceptive, very intuitive. There were a few out there, George Carlin, Tupac, John Lennon, Jesus, they're all dead now, but anyways, they at one time had some pretty profound insights into this whole illusion of this reality that we have going on here. But anyways, yeah, I was going to just talk about this bullshit that they try to make us believe. The government, as the men that I mentioned before, they also came to this conclusion. The government does not give a crap about you. The only thing they care about you is that bond that they purchased when you were born, and they are still to this day trading on the New York Stock Exchange. That's the limit of how much they care about you. And if you think otherwise, well, you know what? Welcome to the majority of the world. But I know better. I've seen it. So the reason I was getting into this transmission here, and I'm going to title it Bullshit, is because I have been working with this homeless coalition for over 2 months now, and still no activity, no moving forward, and really no contact with them. And it was amusing because the other day I was listening to the radio, and this disc jockey, she was on there, and she was very elated, and she, reading a script, and they don't care what kind of BS they put out there, as long as they get paid, do what their masters tell them to do. But anyway, she was elated, and she was reporting this news that 1,800 Puerto Rican families had been found homes. And yeah, they had been found homes. The interesting thing about it, they were not homeless in a literal sense, because FEMA was putting them up in a hotel, paying for their food and all of this. But it doesn't go without irony that I'm in a situation that I am an American-born citizen, and I get to hear this on the news that they found 1,800 families a place to live, but yet I still haven't heard anything. And I was born in this country, and despite what any of the history or the talking heads on these mainstream medias have to say, there's a reason that Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. They are not actually U.S. citizens per se, although they are supported by U.S. tax dollars. But the reason that they are getting this preferential treatment is most people are unaware of the fact that the Internal Revenue Service is, the head office is in Puerto Rico. And the reason, when they set this up, because it's in direct violation of the United States Constitution due to taxation without representation, and it was never ratified by all the states, which, according to the Constitution, something like this has to be ratified by all the states. But they sent this through, the president at that time signed an executive order, sent this through 2 days before, like, Christmas Eve, or 2 days before Christmas, something like that, a time when no one was awake and paying attention. This is how they do this. So this is the whole thing about it. Puerto Rico is not technically occupied like the United States is occupying many countries around the world, but they're a territory, and it is because these bankers could legally, I don't know how legal it is, but they got around the U.S. Constitution by putting the IRS headquarters in Puerto Rico, which is not on the continental United States. So they kind of, like, typical bullshit, scams, full of scams. So